Our mission at the Institute is to provide information, education to policymakers, consumers, the public, and the business community how to prepare for all sorts of perils that we face every day in our lives. And we'd like to talk about hurricanes in the context of preparedness.
You know, all too often what we see is that someone may have their personal plan. They may have a plan for how they keep their family safe, but today we see a lot of people who don't know their neighbors as well. I think that's one of the phenomena we've seen in our society and in the communities that we've developed. And so knowing your neighbor's plan is critical, particularly if they have some vulnerability that you're aware of. How are they going to evacuate? What might you do to help them? What types of needs might you be able to fill for them post-disaster? That's really, really critical. So it's not just having your own plan and knowing it, it's knowing the plans of those around you. And we'd be going into homes that had been assisted and worked on by spontaneous volunteers from either inside the community or from surrounding communities. And what we found was that the work hadn't been done up to the right standard. And that has enormous consequences. If you don't rip out the drywall, if you don't do the appropriate mold mitigation, mold remediation, to a standard, that's going to have long-term health consequences for the people that continue to remain in that home. And so I'd always encourage people to help their neighbors following disasters, but to do it in the appropriate way, working with the right organizations who can help you do it up to that standard of care.
We are working with community organizations to strengthen communities, to make sure that we can be better prepared for the types of risks, that neighborhood organizations, which serve as that first line of defense in the event of a catastrophe, a disaster, are better able to serve their neighborhoods, allow places for people to come together and begin that recovery process. And we want to make sure that those conversations are happening before the disaster and not just necessarily forming ad hoc afterwards.
We were very prescient when we came out with Plan YC in 2007, looking at the risks that New York City faced in a conceptual way. But in fact, our work led us more and more to realize that there was this gap in terms of fundamentally preparing the city for risks and changing the city to reduce the impacts of risks. That's the concept of resiliency. It is here and now. And it's not just about disaster response, it is about fundamentally changing the city to make the city less exposed and to make the impacts of bad events less disastrous.